Hello children, I'm back once again with lesson number 3, Deep Water from Flamingo. Okay, I'll start reading, explaining, and later we'll do the question answers. It had happened when I was 10 or 11 years old. I had decided to learn to swim. There was a pool at the YMCA in Yakima that offered exactly the opportunity. The Yakima River was treacherous. Mother continually warned against it and kept fresh in my mind the details of each drowning in the river. But the YMCA pool was safe. It was only 2 or 3 feet deep at the shallow end, and while it was 9 feet deep at the other end. The drop was gradual. I got a pair of water wings and went to the pool. What does the author say here? That author William Douglas, he was just 11 years old and he wanted to learn the swimming. But he wanted to learn it in Yakima River, but that was really treacherous, means dangerous. Okay. And his mother also warned him that many a times many people died there, so you need not go there. So what did he join? He joined YMCA to learn the swimming. And that pool was very normal, it was 2 to 3 at the shallow end, 2 to 3 feet deep, right? And 9 feet deep at the deep level, right? So he says that it was not very difficult. So I thought to join YMCA so that I can learn swimming. I hated to walk naked into it and show my skinny legs, but I subdued my pride and did it. Now what happened, like girls, even the boys, they feel, at times very shy about their body. If they are not very, healthy and they are very skinny, so they don't want to show their body like that. So he says, I never wanted to never wanted to go naked into the pool and show my skinny legs. His legs must be very thin, So, but he did it because he has to learn swimming, so he has to give up all these things. From the beginning, however, I had an aversion to the water when I was in it. He says, from the beginning, I was really afraid of the water. This started when I was 3 or 4 years old and father took me to the beach in California. How did it happen, Like his father used to take him to California beach and there he wanted him to learn swimming. But this child could never because his father was trying little dangerous tricks to make him learn swimming. He and I stood together in the surf. I hung onto him, yet the waves knocked me down and swept over me. Now what happened? He used to hang himself on his father, but the waves used to come with so much of pressure and it used to overlap him and throw him in the water. And the father wanted it, like these things will make him strong. My breath was gone. I was frightened. Father laughed, but there was terror in my heart at the overpowering force of the waves. The waves were very overpowering. They had lots of, the wave was very strong. Okay, it had strongness in it. Father used to laugh, when the child used to fall down in the water, he just laughed away. But he felt, that terror. The terror came into him. My introduction to the YMCA swimming pool revived unpleasant memories and stirred childish fears. But in a little while, I gathered confidence. He started remembering the time of the river, right? So he really had the bad experience of there. But now there was confidence in him after he joined YMCA club, and he thought that I will not let the childish fears come in between. It has happened. It is the past now. I paddled with my new water wings, watching the other boys and trying to learn by aping them. He started aping them, means copying them, the other boys who were doing the swimming, and he also started just moving his legs inside. I did this 2 or 3 times on different days and was just beginning to feel at ease in the water when the misadventure happened. Now, it must have been 2 or 3 days when he was doing the practicing. And something happened which was not expected and it happened. Misadventure happened, okay? I went to the pool when no one else was there. The place was quiet, the water was still, and the tiled bottom was as white and clean as a bathtub. Now, when he reached the YMCA, what happened? He saw the water was very clean, the bottom was visible because the tiles were very white at that time, and nobody was there. Not even the instructor was there. The other students also did not turn up. I was timid about going in alone, so I sat on the side of the pool to wait for others. So now what he did? Because nobody was there, he was little afraid of going into the pool. Okay, so he thought that I should sit on the side of the pool and wait for the people to come. I had not been there long when it came a big bruiser of a boy, then probably 18 years old. He had thick hair on his chest. He was a beautiful physical specimen with legs and arms that showed rippling muscles. He yelled, "Hi, skinny. How would you like to be ducked?" Okay. So what happened now? A boy came there. He was very tall, very, stout body. He had hair on his chest, and his arms and legs were very, they were not skinny. He had a muscular body, you can say. Okay. So he came there, and what did he do? He greeted him. How he greeted him? "Hi, skinny. Hi, duble patle." Okay. "Hi, skinny, if you are ducked in the water, how would you feel?" He asked him, "Agar मैं तुमको पानी में फेंक दूं, how would you feel at that time?" With that, he picked me up and tossed me into the deep end. I landed in a sitting position, swallowed water, and went at once to the bottom. Now, what happened? At the moment he said this thing, he just picked him up in his hand and threw him in the water. And he went away in the sitting posture only. The way he was sitting on the pool side, he was thrown like this only, and immediately he settled down on the bottom. I was frightened, but not yet frightened out of my wits. On the way down, I planned, when my feet hit the bottom, I would make a big jump, come to the surface, lie flat on it, and paddle to the edge of the pool. Now what happened? He again, gathered his confidence, and what did he think? The moment I will go down, this process of thinking is going on, okay? The way he was going down, the process of thinking was also there, okay? So he thought, the moment I will touch the bottom with my legs, immediately I will flung out, which was not possible for him. But yes, because he had that confidence in him, so he thought that I will jump out immediately and then I'll start my swimming, okay? It seemed a long way down. Those 9 feet were more like 90, and before I touched bottom, my lungs were ready to burst. Why they were ready to burst? Lungs, because they were filled with the water. And that boy, stout boy, he had thrown him into the 9 feet side. Okay. My lungs were ready to burst, but when my feet hit bottom, I summoned all my strength and made what I thought was a great spring upwards. He tried to gather his, full strength to just jump out of the water. I imagined I would bob to the surface like a cork. If you open the cork of a cork of a bottle, how does it jump out? The moment you open it with the opener, it goes up. Okay. Surface like a cork. Instead, I came up slowly. I opened my eyes and saw nothing but water that had a dirty yellow tinge to it. I grew panicky. I reached up as if to grab a rope, and my hands clutched only at water. I was suffocating. I tried to yell, but no sound came out. Then my eyes and nose came out of water, but not my mouth. He wanted to come out, but that was impossible for him, and he was just able to see the water, the yellow water, the dirty types water in the pool. Alright, then he started panicking, and he wanted to move up and just grab a rope. Somebody would save him, and just to clutch the rope and move out. But what was there to clutch? It had only water, right? There was nobody, no instructor was there. He says that my nose and eyes, they came out of water, but again it just went into the water, and mouth, this mouth was up there. Okay, so what happened afterwards, we'll continue in the next video. Thank you so much.